Greetings, beloved. Welcome to Beloved Treasures. I have a beautiful recipe to share with you today. If you want to learn how to cook, you're in the right place. If you want to learn fun, healthy recipes that are delicious, then you're definitely in the right place. We at Beloved Treasures hope that you are having a beautiful and prosperous day. We're praying for your love, peace, good health, good eating, and may your plate always be full, honey, okay? All right, now today we're going to go over one of my favorite recipes. This recipe is so delicious. It is definitely perfect for when you want to do something special for your loved ones, maybe even your significant other, if you have, plans to do a romantic night in, or if it's Sunday dinner, you're having people in town, if you're having a dinner party with your friends and you want to show off, if you don't know how to cook a lick and you want to just whip something together, you know what I'm saying, for a one-time occasion, once-in-a-lifetime experience, this is what you want. This recipe right here is going to take the steakhouse and bring it to your house. This is perfect for a white meat option with the creamy white wine sauce. So enjoy. If you want something that's going to make your skin glow and your hair grow, go on over to Miss Hattie's Secrets, honey. She has something for the entire family. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to smash that notification button so that you don't miss a beat, honey, okay? Now let's get into this juicy recipe. I was on a complete vocal rest, even though I should still technically be on vocal rest. But I want you to take this entire list and put it in your food processor. You're going to take that breast out that I showed you how to freeze and pre-season. You're going to score it in a horizontal fashion. You're going to pour that marinade on it. You're going to put it in another bag, or you're going to put it in a container or a bowl, cover it with saran wrap for y'all, and marinate it for at least 4 hours. Okay? Now this marinade is beautiful. It is delicious. Okay? And you're going to want to follow the recipe as much as you can. You can use, your own variations of certain things if you want to. If you want to do without the Worcestershire sauce because you don't have it, that's fine. But once you marinate it, you're going to bring it to room temperature. Okay? That's the most important part because this is a bird. Birds are stubborn. Bring it to room temperature. Then you're going to scrape everything off of the turkey. You're going to scrape everything off of it that is, not a liquid. And you're going to put that into your butter. You're going to mix it and whip it into your butter. Okay? Trust me. You can throw the rest of the marinade away. Any of that extra juice or, marinade. If you want to save that for your sauce, that's fine. But you can also just use some of the leftover fresh marinade for that. So you can toss the rest of it. But I do scrape, and I leave what's in the crevices, Let it flavor your turkey. It's going to love your turkey and create so much harmony and just love and just tastiness. Okay? And it's all about the layers. Now, if you want to throw some Cajun seasoning into that marinade, that's fine too. A little cayenne pepper, that is fine too. I'm not going to tell you exactly what I put into mine, but I did give you a blueprint. Okay? So you're going to take that butter and you're going to slather it. You're going to take that butter and slather it on that chicken. Open up those crevices that you scored out, stuff that chicken with the butter. Okay? Give that chicken the entire stick of butter. Do not be stingy. Oh, Lord, it's a turkey. Give that turkey breast roast situation all the butter in the world, because we are not using a bag. We're just going to cover this. We're going to place it on our little roasting rack like we have here. We're going to roast it, and we're not going to touch it until we think it's done. Okay? We're not going to touch it until we think it's done. If we do open the oven and take it out to check on it, if we're not able to time it, then every time we open it, we're going to baste it with the butter drippings that's going to come to the bottom of that pot. Okay, now you can use a Dutch oven. You can use a pan with a roasting bag. You can use whatever you have. I happen to have this clay pot, and it does not do me wrong. I cook all of my roasts in this clay pot, okay? And when I say everything falls apart, I mean everything falls apart. So, boom. Now mine is done. I cooked it a little bit more than I really wanted to. I was looking for like a 170 situation because I wanted to see how close I could get it without it being like not done enough for me. You know what I'm saying? Now turkey is done at 165. Okay? Bear with me. Walk with me. Turkey is done at 165. So if you say you don't like turkey, or you say, you don't like turkey, no, it's because the people who have been cooking turkey for you, or when you cook the turkey, you don't know spiritually, like your soul is not telling you, okay, it's done. So you need to get a thermometer. You need to get, everybody does, everything is there for everybody. You need to get a thermometer, and you need to work between that 170, 175 range. Now 180, I would say 175 is perfect. 175 is perfect. 170 is really juicy. You know what I'm saying? And, the juicier the better. But I would prefer it to be at least 5 degrees above what people recommend. There's nothing wrong with using a thermometer with a turkey because you don't want it to be dry. That doesn't mean you don't know how to cook. You know what I'm saying? Or you being like super nerdy. So I test out my turkey, and of course it's juicy. Look at the buoyancy. But I still wanted it to be a little juicier, so that's why I said 175. But you see the juice on there. You see it's bouncing. It's not dry. Don't play with me. So boom, the turkey's done. Now I'm going to show you how to make our sauce. Baby, you're going to want to follow these instructions to the T. Now, I know you have seen people make all kinds of cream sauce and throw it together, make it look like how it looks. But see, I believe in layers. I believe in cooking things slow. So, having said that, just walk with me. Now, I always see these little things during the holidays, and I'm like, I'm going to start using them. So I got 2 little baby onions. You see, that's 1 baby onion that fits in there. I got 2 little baby onions, some parsley, some marinade, some garlic, some shallots, which I froze. The marinade was frozen too. I freeze everything. No shame. I do not believe in working too hard. So, boom, I have I keep saying chicken, and it's the turkey. I have the turkey drippings. Okay? About a cup. It's all that butter and all that stuff, the juice and the broth. Yes, I saved that from the bottom of the turkey when it's done. Always test out your skillet with a little bit of water. So from here on out, all you have to do is really pay attention. You know, I go down with the olive oil. I go down with the butter. I go down with the onion. And I throw both of those little baby onions in there. Okay? And I cook the onions until they're like almost caramelized. Like, I don't want the sauce to be too sweet and too, like, you know, too caramelized. I don't want it to be too sweet, but I want it to be just on the verge of being, you know, caramelized. So I'm going to cook these onions for dear life. And if you're following these instructions, then your house smells so good right now. Especially as we progress. So just walk with me and pay attention. You know I gotta drop something. So I go in with the shallots, the 2 little shallots or whatever. The 2 tablespoons of shallots or whatever. It's previously frozen. So, you know, you can always chop stuff up and put it up and come back and defrost it and use it. I'm telling you, it's gonna taste just the same. The only thing is, it's gonna have a little more water in it. You're just gonna have to cook the water out. And if that's not a problem, then you're good. The ratio for the fat to the vegetables or whatever that I'm sauteing or cooking, it wasn't working for me. So I just added some more butter. So I don't know how much more butter that was, but that was just more butter. Okay? Because you kind of want those little onions and those little shallots, you want them to be swimming. You want to really take your time with this. This is going to give you all your flavor. You do not want to throw your garlic in yet. Just let them chill and hang out together. Get to know each other. So I got a little bit of cornstarch. Before I use my cornstarch, I'm going to throw my garlic in. Okay? So notice how my onions have not started to turn brown, but they're thoroughly cooked. Okay? Translucent almost. Like, basically translucent. So I throw my garlic chips in. That's about 4 garlic cloves. Okay, now I'm going to make a little slurry. Now you don't have to add the cornstarch. I like my sauce to be thick, like a gravy. You know what I'm saying? You can go about this without the cornstarch. If you don't like cornstarch or any type of like corn product, that's fine. You can use another thickener if you want to, but it's not necessary. Boom. You go on with your white wine. That's going to set it off. Now in this video, I'm using a Chardonnay, a white Chardonnay. Okay? So once that wine cooks down and I know the alcohol is cooked out, I add my 2 teaspoons, 2 tablespoons, sweetheart, of the fresh marinade that never touched the meat. I want this sauce to have its own flavor and its own integrity, so I'm not using what was left over in that bowl. Okay. So then I add my slurry of my cornstarch and my turkey drippings, which I stirred together. Okay. And that's just that on that. And you want to cook this like as much as possible. This part you really don't rush. You cook it until everything comes together, almost like a soup. Okay? Because you have so much going on in this pot right now. There's so many things going on. Everybody wants to be heard. Let them all just figure out how to get along. So cook on low. This is that comes together, I would say about 15 minutes. Cook that on really low. Then I come in with my heavy cream and I layer it in. And I know I gave you like an estimate of how much I use, but I really don't know how much I use. You really just have to kind of like watch. So I would say I went in with like a half a cup at first, and then maybe later I add about a third of a cup. I don't know. But just walk with me. And be sure to cook this on extremely low because the cream will burn. And make sure that you stir a lot. Make sure that you stir it enough to where, you know. And here are the ingredients, by the way. Okay, and I'm just stirring frequently, making sure that everything, is coming together, nothing is burning. And if you can look at the pot, it's already reduced by about 1/2. Okay? So once it reduces by 50% or half, then I'm going to go back in with some more heavy cream. I think, like I said, it's about a third of a cup. I don't know. So I just let that go ahead and simmer on extremely low, the lowest possible temperature. Once again, let that come up to a simmer. Keep stirring it as much as I can, scraping down the sides, leaving no man behind. And, you know, now it's really becoming a sauce because it's been cooking, it's been reducing, and then you add something else to it, and then you reduce it, and that process is what makes a sauce good. So you can whip something together in 5 minutes, and it can be thick and it can be white, but it's not going to have the depth, you know, of a steakhouse white cream sauce. You know what I'm saying? If it doesn't cook for at least, you know, 30 minutes. I mean, you want, you know, if it doesn't have more than, you know, it's the number of ingredients, it's the layers of flavoring that makes it so divine. Okay, so now after it reduces to the you know, the thickness that I'm looking for, well, just about the thickness that I'm looking for, like right when it's about to be as thick as I want it to be, I throw me some mascarpone cheese in there, and at the end I throw it in because it really doesn't have to cook, and I don't want to cook too much of that tanginess flavor. Like, I want it to have a bite. So this is like a cheesy, creamy, winey, herby. I don't know, but it is so good. It's like perfect over mashed potatoes. Like, baby, you could just throw this sauce over some potatoes with some bacon and some chives. I mean, that sauce is everything is. And that's just that on that. I baked some Yukon potatoes, add a little butter, mash them up, literally just like press them down a little bit. And I made some Hawaiian bread biscuits, and I slathered my turkey with that sauce and a little bit of parsley, honey. And I wanted to take my own panties off. I couldn't believe myself. I just wanted to kiss myself. So make sure that you try this. Eat this. It's good. And if your boo-boo kitty has been on their best behavior, you know what I'm saying, whip them up this and let them know how much you appreciate them. You know, light a candle. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't take much. Alright, enjoy. We hope that you try this recipe that we're showing you today, and that you let us know what you think about it in the comments below. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Make sure you smash that notification button so that you don't miss a beat, honey, okay? Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure that you click the like button below. We would appreciate it so much. We are so grateful for you watching this video. And make sure that you stop by our Instagram, like and subscribe. Also, visit our sponsors. They have so much to offer the ladies, the family unit as a whole. You will love them. All right. Okay, that's it. That's it.